There's a reason some men are unforgettable, and most are replaceable. Not just because of their looks, status, or money, but mostly because of their way of thinking. Most guys try to impress her, please her, chase her, and end up forgotten the second she's bored. But a certain type of man triggers something else. He doesn't beg. He doesn't play the game. He rewrites it. And when she meets him, she's hooked. Not by his compliments, but by the fact that he could disappear at any moment, and she'd feel the loss for months. In this video, I'll give you 5 Machiavellian truths that will flip the power dynamic instantly and make her fear your absence more than she enjoys your attention. This isn't dating advice. This is mental warfare. And once you learn to think like this, she won't just want you. She'll fight not to lose you. Let's unlock it. Rule 1. The man who doesn't need her owns the game. Most men give women their power without even realizing it. They think, if I prove I'm loyal, she'll stay. If I show her I'm emotionally available, she'll respect me. If I give her everything, she'll never leave. But it's the opposite. The more you give too fast, too openly, too emotionally, the more she feels she owns you. And what's owned is never feared. A man who doesn't need a woman to feel validated doesn't chase. He doesn't panic. He doesn't perform for attention. He already sees himself as enough. Machiavelli would say, "He who depends on affection to rule will always be ruled." In relationships, the man who's unaffected by her mood swings, who doesn't fold when she withdraws affection, and who walks away when he's disrespected, is the man she can't forget. Here's a real-life example. You've been seeing a girl for 3 weeks. Things are intense. She starts taking longer to reply. Most guys would double text, call, or get angry. You don't. You vanish for 2 days. Then you post a calm video of you deep in your craft, unbothered. Suddenly, she comes back, emotional, confused, because you didn't collapse. You elevated. Here's your Machiavellian move. Stop announcing your detachment. Show it. When she pulls back, focus on your mission and show results publicly. Don't validate erratic behavior. Reward peace, not chaos. Once she feels you don't need her to function, she'll fight to be part of your world. Rule 2. Control your attention, or she will use it against you. Most men have no discipline over their attention. They scroll through her stories. They heart react to her selfies. They reply instantly, even when she's been cold for hours. And they think they're being nice. But what they're really doing is teaching her that their energy is hers to command. Women don't fear losing men who have no boundaries with their attention. They use them, then discard them. Machiavelli would say, the first sign of weakness in a ruler is giving too much to those who give nothing back. If you don't control your attention, it becomes her weapon. She'll post something just to see if you bite. She'll ignore your texts, then expect you to still like her post. She'll test you, not to hurt you, but to see how tightly you cling. Here's a real-life example. She doesn't reply to your message for a day, then posts a seductive story. Instead of watching it, you skip it. You reply the next day with short energy. She feels it. She senses the shift. And now she's overthinking. Here's what to do next. Block your urge to react. Let silence speak for you. Delay your replies when she delays hers. Match her energy, then slightly reduce yours. That small gap creates a psychological imbalance, one that makes her chase the version of you she can't fully hold. Women don't fear the man who pays attention. They fear the man who makes them earn it. Rule 3. Make her earn every piece of you. You want her to fear losing you? Then stop giving access like it costs you nothing. You open up too fast. You cancel plans for her. You make her your emotional therapist. You give her the boyfriend experience before she's even proven herself. And then you wonder why she stops investing. Machiavelli would say, "What comes easily is respected briefly. What is earned is feared to be lost." Real power lies in being selectively open, not cold, not rude, but measured. Picture this. You're on a date. She asks about your childhood. Instead of pouring your heart out, you say, "I'll tell you that story when we've earned it." Her eyes light up. She knows she has to keep showing up, because you're not just a man, you're a mystery. Here's your next moves. Have thresholds. Emotional, physical, strategic. Don't give without observing what she gives. Before you share a weakness, test her loyalty. She should feel that every layer of you is a privilege, not a free sample. Rule 4. Never explain your value. Demonstrate it silently. Some men talk like leaders, but the ones who truly lead never need to prove it. They move with a calm certainty, a presence that speaks louder than any words. And when a woman feels that, she doesn't ask for validation. She starts to respect you in silence, because she senses that you've already won. But here's where most men fail. They try to impress her. They list their achievements. They argue to prove their worth. And every time they do, they become smaller in her eyes. Because once you explain your value, you're no longer valuable. Machiavelli knew this truth well. The prince must be feared before he is heard. His presence must silence the room before he ever speaks. Here's a real-life example. Let's say you're working hard on a personal mission, gym, business, self-growth. If you tell her, "I'm doing this to become high value," she hears insecurity. But if you just do it, with consistency, silence, and results, she'll adjust her behavior to stay in your orbit. If you're in a relationship, never chase admiration. Don't talk about your sacrifices. Let your life speak for you. Let your discipline speak. Let your boundaries speak. Because when a woman can see that you're rare, she fears the day another woman might. Here's your Machiavellian move. When she tries to test your worth, respond with calm indifference. Don't argue. Don't prove. Withdraw your attention. Go quiet. Let the silence make her question everything. In the war of influence, the man who speaks less wins more. Rule 5. Make her compete with your mission, not with other women. The most dangerous position a man can occupy is not being surrounded by options. It's being so locked into his mission that even options feel irrelevant. Most men try to make women jealous by using other women, but the truly rare man makes her feel invisible, not because he plays games, but because he's too focused to even notice he's being tested. Machiavelli would say, "A prince who is feared does not need to threaten. His priorities speak louder than his words." That's your edge. Not begging, not reacting, not proving, but redirecting your energy towards something she can never control: your purpose. Let's break it down. In real life, when she sends a dry text, delays a reply, or flirts with ambiguity, most men lean in. They try harder. They panic. But you simply return to your mission, without comment, without question, without collapsing. And something strange happens. She realizes she's not competing with another girl. She's competing with a future that doesn't include her, unless she earns her place in it. In a long-term dynamic, maybe she's been supportive, but slowly, she starts expecting priority over your ambition. She wants time on demand. She wants presence without purpose. That's your test, because the moment you start bending your mission to fit her emotions, she stops fearing your loss. Here's your strategic advantage. You never say no with anger. You say not now with precision. You show her, through your silence and focus, that your mission comes first. And suddenly, your time becomes rare. Your approval becomes earned. Your presence becomes sacred. Because now, she's no longer the center. She's a potential part of something bigger. And she knows that if she doesn't step up, you'll keep rising, without ever looking back. That's power. That's how you become unforgettable. Not because of someone else, but because of the man you're becoming. Now you've seen the truth. Not just about women, but about the battlefield you were never trained to survive. Not because you were weak, but because they wanted you unaware. They taught you that being chosen was the prize. They told you to be kind, be giving, be understanding. But they never warned you that the more available you are, the more invisible you become. Attraction was never about what you gave. It was about what you withheld with control. Connection was never about proving your worth. It was about showing that hers had to match yours or be dismissed. You are not remembered for the times you begged. You are remembered for the moments you walked away without mercy. You are not respected for what you endure. You are respected for what you no longer allow near you. Every moment you stayed when you knew you should have left, you chipped away at your throne. But the moment you left, silent, calm, without a goodbye, you became legend. You became the absence she can't replace, the decision she replays, the standard she now fears. Because you didn't fold, you disappeared, without explanation, without giving her the final word. Machiavelli would remind you, the man who cannot be manipulated becomes more than desirable. He becomes dangerous. So now, walk like the ground responds to your silence. Speak only when it shifts the direction of the room. Protect your peace like it's a crown made of glass and blood, and never explain your standards to people who live without them. You are not here to chase. You are not here to prove. You are not here to win her over. You are here to command your space, and let those who qualify step into it. Because once you master the art of presence, once you protect the gate to your energy, she will notice. They will adjust. The world will recalibrate. You are no longer just a man. You are the limit. You are the standard. Go live like it. If this opened your eyes and you're serious about becoming the man who's in full control of his life, my book is now available. The Undeniable Man, Built to be Chosen. It's a strategic guide for men who want to attract, lead, and dominate in their love life and beyond. Whether you're single or in a relationship, no fluff, no tricks, just pure, powerful strategy that will set you apart from 99% of men, and that you will actually use every day. The link is in the description. And if this video spoke to you, don't just keep your thoughts in your head. Write a comment, even just a few words. It helps you remember these lessons, and it might help someone else too. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this content, and share it with someone who, in your eyes, needs it right now. Just trust your instinct. We're all trying to get clearer, more solid inside. So let's build minds that don't break.